Morning, everyone. Isn't it a bit ridiculous? Despite all the work we put in, we had no choice but to hand the case over to the First Division. If Risha hadn't asked us in the first place, everything we uncovered would have stayed hidden. Yeah, you're right. If only there was some kind of diversion that would allow us to continue investigating. Let's think for a minute. Who would know about Yin in the first place? Well, obviously Heyu, considering that's his current employer. And then there's their rival LoH in the First Division, who's tracking Heyu's movements according to Dudley. From there we can assume that Speaker Hartman, who's closely tied to LoH, knows about him as well. That's the man you mentioned yesterday, right, Ellie? Yes, he's a career politician who more or less rules over the Diet, serving as the leader of Imperial faction. Honestly, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he's LoH's greatest supporter. Incidentally, almost all of Grandfather's reform bills were crushed by this man. I've always heard his name, but I never knew just how much power he had. If he's tied to LoH though, then Yin would be a threat to him as well, I imagine. Yes, which means they wouldn't have much of a connection. Theo? Randy? You two look completely bewildered. Is there something we're missing? No, it's just, you seem to be in a much better mood today, Ellie. I guess so. I'm sorry about yesterday, everyone. I wasn't acting like myself. But I'm fine now, and I don't intend to be a burden to the team anymore. You've never been a burden to us, Ellie. Quite the opposite, actually. You help us out all the time. I mean, look at us now. Thanks to your political knowledge, we're making progress by leaps and bounds. Do you really think so? Something smells fishy. Agreed. Something's off. Very off. Wait a minute, you two. You know, now that I think on it, I could swear I heard a pair of voices chattering away on the roof from my window. I wonder... Congratulations, Lloyd and Ellie. I wish the best for you two. Hold on, we didn't do anything that deserves a congratulation, right, Ellie? Yeah, I mean, no. We're just talking about life and other things of that nature. Life, huh? Yeah, I talk life with the ladies now and again. So tell me, how far did you two go? Please, Theo's sitting right there! How far did you go? Is when you're referring to the intimacy people engage in while in romantic relationships? No, not at all. Lloyd and Ellie, sitting in a tree. That's enough for today. Yes, ma'am. Me and Ellie together, romantically? You guys know that wouldn't happen. I mean, I don't think we're all that compatible, and I really can't imagine our relationship going that way. Right, Ellie? What's the matter? Idiot. He stepped right on a landmine. Yes, you're so right, Lloyd. All I did was ask you for some advice on a very unimportant subject, that's all. And that most definitely wasn't any sort of romantic atmosphere like you oh so graciously pointed out. Alright then. You know, by incompatible, I only meant that we don't exactly make a good match. Sorry. Well, either way, glad to see you got some more fire in you today, Mademoiselle. Yes, thank goodness. I was not sure whether or not you were going to stay with the CPD. I'm sorry. I never meant to make you all worry. I don't know where the future will take me. But right now, I know this is where I'm meant to be. So, everyone, I'm happy that I get to keep working with you. Damn straight. So I doubt we'd get much done out here without you to keep us in line. I wouldn't happen to be so stern all the time if you didn't try to wander off to the casino every other day, Wendy. Well, that's enough of that. What should we do about the investigation from here on out? Good question. We could always attempt to corner Yin with a different approach than the one the 1st Division is using. However, that unfortunately does not do much to narrow our options down. In that case, I've got an idea. How about we have ourselves a trip to Culver's eastern quarter? I bet we find a few clues about Yin there. Why didn't I think of that? But would the department even authorize a business trip to a foreign country? The eastern quarter is far outside of our jurisdiction after all. What are you doing? I was contemplating looking into the police database a bit more. Perhaps I would be able to learn about the 1st Division's movements and so on. However, I've already searched it last night, so there may not be much in the way of new information. Let's try it anyway. We're sitting around here, we're doing nothing. What's wrong? How strange. It seems as though we have received an op mail. What's that again? Aren't they essentially letters that can be sent from terminal to terminal? Precisely. The peculiar thing is, despite being extremely useful, almost no one in the CBD uses the functionality. Most likely because not many officers are trained to use keyboards. And I'm one of them, unfortunately. Well, who is it from? Let me check. What? What is it? Who would send us? I, Yin, hereby submit my support request. Overcome this trial and face me. Only then will I grant you your mission. It's him. Is that some kind of joke? Tio, where was the mail sent from? Definitely not the police department. Got it. It was sent from the International Bank of Crossbar, otherwise known as the IBC. What does it mean? The IBC is the bank that rakes in mirror from all over Zamuria, right? Why the hell would a place like that be sending us a prank mail? Why do you assume I would know? I can say, however, that this mail was definitely sent from an IBC terminal. I have no way of knowing who sent it, though. Could it be possible that Yin infiltrated the IBC? It's not out of the question. The IBC building is home to quite a few external companies and organizations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's an Epstein Foundation office too. That is correct. An acquaintance of mine works there. However, I should have been more clear. The orbital mail was sent directly from the IBC's main terminal. Because of that, I think the possibility of an external company being involved is low. Well, we won't know until we ask them. I want our investigation to fly under the 1st Division's radar, but we really don't have any other choice. Yeah, going undercover this time might be a little tricky. Should we hurry up and check it out before they get in our way again? Actually, we may be able to perform our search in secret after all. Really? How exactly? My best friend's father works at the IBC. If I explain the situation to him, he might give us a hand. You think so? Hey, ain't that convenient? Well, well, Mademoiselle, you got more connection when you know what to do with it, don't you? I have a decent amount. Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing whether or not he's even across the city, given how hectic his schedule is. What sort of position does he hold there? You may have heard of him, actually. His name is Dieter Kreuss. What? What, he famous or something? I'll say. Honestly, you could make the argument that he's just as well known as Ilya. He's one of the continent's most wealthy individuals and a leading figure in the Zamurian economy, as well as the current CEO of the International Bank of Crossbow. He's the top deck of the whole freaking bank? He was originally an old friend of my father's, but he also kept a friendly relationship with my grandfather. Because of that, I've known him a good portion of my life. And his daughter is one of my closest childhood friends. Wow, that's amazing. But even if he's the CEO, we won't be able to do much if he's not there. You're right. I heard he spends almost half a year abroad on business trips. Nevertheless, there's no harm in trying, is there? Even if he isn't in town, my friend might be. She may even be able to help us. Let's do it then. We're getting somewhere with the investigation now at least, but are you worried about the intentions behind the orb mail? It was written similar to the threat letter, but his reason for sending it remained unclear. Well, he went out of his way to send us a challenge. It'd be rude of us not to take the bait, you know? Agreed. Shall we head to the IBC then? Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, where we are... at a new day. We just received a challenge email from Yin, the legendary Eastern assassin. And we have new quests, new requests, so let's look at them. Fishing for ingredients. LoH Tavern and Inn, Shanshan. We are looking for ingredients for a new fish dish. Hurry over and talk to me at LoH. I'm counting on you. Testament training from Abbas. By Abbas. I'm requesting the special support section to train us to improve our combat skill. Desired duration 2 or 3 hours. If you accept, come to Trinity in the downtown district. Rare herb retrieval from Dr. Lago. That should be Ursula Medical College. I would like to acquire a certain herb used in internal medicine research. I will share more details in person, so please head over on to St. Ursula Hospital's first floor internal medicine office. And East Crossbell Highway monster extermination. A dangerous monster, Savage Horn, has been sighted on East Crossbell Highway. We ask that the special support section deal with this threat swiftly. Be aware of its charge attack and snort attack that can inflict burns. Alright, so... where do we go first? I think we go first to East Crossbell Highway. It's probably in the new zones, right? But I want to look here, just in case. Alright, indeed, it's the new zones. Exterminate. Combo crafts. This craft menu lists combo crafts. These are powerful techniques combining 2 characters' strengths. Unleash these powerful attacks and target any enemies within range of either characters involved. Intimidation. Ow. Ow. Ow again. 2 intimidations. Exterminate a wanted monster. All right. Exit. Good. I think next is Shanshan. Shanshan? Welcome to LoH. Shanshan, I presume. We're here to discuss your support request. Oh, you're here already? Oh, thank goodness. Ain't she a cutie? I think fishing for ingredients was the name of your request. Work, but is it me or does the SS get settled with a lot of fetch requests? You're not wrong, but it really is out of our control. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I need this done as soon as possible. We had a customer suddenly come in this morning, make a reservation bigger than our stock can handle. We tried to buy some fish from a marketplace, but even they were running low on the good stuff. We're going to need an odd jobber to tackle this one for us. Sorry, what was that now? I do not believe odd jobber is the apt description of our work. Huh? All I know is, I spoke with a bracelet girl receptionist and he told me he'd set something up for me. There weren't any bracelets available, but he mentioned a group of odd jobbers that would be willing to help. Aren't you the ones he's referring to? So it's that damn receptionist's fault, eh? The worst part is, he's not completely wrong. It still feels bad to hear it though. However, Lloyd is a proficient fisherman, so I believe we are more than capable of to accept her request. After all, she does appear to be in need. Yeah, I think you're right, Theo. Let's do it, then. Really? That's such a relief. This dish calls for a fish that's both slender and long. The reservation is for 5 people, so we need 5 of the same type of fish. But if you have trouble catching that specific type of fish, then I guess we could settle for something else. However, whatever type of fish you end up bringing, we definitely need 5 of the same kind, got it? To recap, you want 5 long and slender fish. If we fail to catch them, then you settle for another fish as long as they're identical. Okay, I think we got it. We'll fish them up and bring them to you. Thank you so much, I'm counting on you. Long and slender fish, now. How many eels do I have? 4. Fishing eels, because this is a long and slender fish. West Crossbar Highway or the harbor? Let's go to the harbor. We need the novice rod because we need earthworms. Caught an eel. Give fish. Eel. Oh, these are the long and slender ones we need. These would go great with a rice dish. Wow, you even brought me 5 of them? Is it really okay for me to have these? Thank you. Now we've got enough ingredients to last the night. You were able to bring our usual fish, so I'm sure the customers will be delighted. Here, I'd like you to give these as thank you. Actually, there is a recipe I want to give you. Are you interested? Fierce Tiger Fried Rice. Learn the recipe. This is the secret recipe to our delicious fried rice. We plan to make this alongside the fish tonight. I hope you guys use it too. Thank you. We'll gladly accept it. Good luck with tonight. We're rooting for you. Yep, thanks for your help, Oddjobbers. We weren't able to clear up a misunderstanding by the looks of it. Alright. So, what are the other quests? Fishing. Rare herbs for Dr. Lago and others. Okay, then Ursula Road. This should be Dr. Lago. Can I really trust him to come all this way for a request like that? Perhaps I should have asked the Bracer Guild after all. Either way, I don't particularly want to empty my wallet for such a simple errand. To get a word in address. Excuse me, sir. We're from the Crossbell Police Department, Special Support Section. Oh, you came. I've been waiting for you. Come on, take a seat. Thanks, but we're alright. Standing is just fine. Would you mind explaining the details of your support request, Doctor? Yes, of course. My request is simple, really. I need you to retrieve a certain herb that we use in our internal medicine lab. It's called Lupinus grass. Sadly, it's become something of a rarity these days. Lupinus, as in the Lupinus River which flows through Crossbell City Harbor? Could be. So you want us to find the grass ourselves and bring it back here? No, not exactly. All I need for you is to obtain some from the Crossbell Cathedral. They should have a small reserve supply of herb. Archbishop Erelda has already agreed to my request, so I would like for you to go there as my representative and pick it up. I'd go myself normally, but I'm a bit preoccupied at the moment. I think we can oblige, Dr. Lago. You said Archbishop Erelda of Crossbell Cathedral? That's him. Thanks for the help. Once you get the Lupinus grass, please bring it back here straight away. Oh, just so you know, the Archbishop can be quite moody, even more so than me. Be sure to mind your manners around him. Welcome to Crossbell Cathedral. What, may I ask, brings you all here today? You are Archbishop Erelda, correct? We are the special support section of the CPD. Here about one of our support requests. Oh, on duty, are we? Yes, sir. We received a request from the doctor in charge of the internal medicine department at St. Ursula Hospital, Dr. Lago. I believe he contacted you about getting a sample of the Lupinus grass you have here. Unfortunately, he is very busy back in St. Ursula, so he asked us to retrieve herbs in his stead. Wait a moment. Lago? Did you say Dr. Lago, yes? I did indeed receive a letter from him just the other day, but this is the first I heard of such a request. There gotta be some mistake. Oh, there's no mistake. The reason for this is quite simple. I made it my prerogative to ignore every letter sent by this doctor of yours. What? But why? That's no business of yours. Besides, I already swore upon the goddess to uphold this solemn vow. Hey Lloyd, something tells me Dr. Lago didn't exactly give us all the details. Yes, it would appear they have a rather complicated relationship, but that puts us in kind of a tight spot, doesn't it? Still, we accepted the doctor's requests. It's our duty to follow through, no matter how difficult the Archbishop may be. Excuse me, Archbishop Erelda. What is it? We were informed by Dr. Lago that he intends to use all the herbs for internal medicine research. Considering how renowned St. Ursula is as a medical institution, I'm sure those herbs will go a long way in helping future patients. We don't intend to ask any personal questions about you or the doctor's relationship. However, despite your differences, is it not at all possible for you to let Dr. Lago have some of the Lupinus grass? It seems as though you four have misunderstood me. When did I say I wouldn't hand over the herbs? Huh? You will find the Lupinus grass in my office, towards the back of the sanctuary and on the left. If you tell Father Renton that you have my permission, he should supply you with the grass without any problems. Now, I'd say this conversation has reached its end. Go on, get going. Thank you, sir. Well then, that took less convincing than I was expecting. Did we even actually convince him to do anything in the first place? It sounded like he'd intended to give it to us anyway. I'm still confused about the whole ordeal. Would it not be wise to pick the Lupinus grass before he changes his mind? We definitely should. He said that it was the office in the back left, right? Let's hurry over. Oh, can I help you? This is the office of Archbishop Erelda. You can't simply barge in here. Oh, sorry about that. We're with the special support section of the CPD, you see? Lloyd explained that the SSS had the Archbishop's permission to pick up some Lupinus grass. Ah, I see. If you already have the Archbishop's approval, then that's fine. Very well, wait just a minute then. Here, one sample of Lupinus grass. If you've wondered about the name Lupinus, it's actually from an old word meaning wolf. And this particular herb has a fascinating history. It's said it was gifted to mankind by the divine wolves a long, long time ago. It could once be found in abundance near Corpus Italy, but all the recent development has caused it to become scarce. I think I remember my grandfather telling me the same story when I was little. Really? I never knew about it. That just raises another question. If a grass is so rare, why would Archbishop Erelda just hand it over like this? Can't say I understand it either. I got the vibe he's not the biggest fan of Dr. Lago. I admit I'm at least a little curious about this apparent drama between them. Oh, you're talking about the bad blood between the Archbishop and Lago? It's not really a secret around here. You see, before he was a doctor, Lago was originally studying to be a priest at this very cathedral. Dr. Lago wanted to work in the church. There's nothing strange about the notion, actually. When it comes to internal medicine, even the most cutting-edge medical science isn't too far off the healing techniques the Septian Church will often study. This is true, the Church is known for its research into medicinal treatments and the like. But why exactly did Dr. Lago leave to join the medical college? Supposedly, he was scouted out by the hospital's director at the time. Despite learning everything he knew about general medicine from Archbishop Erelda, he also had a strong ambition to take on the challenge of modern medicine, so he ended up leaving the path of priesthood. The Archbishop tends to be a bit hard-headed, so he's had trouble forgiving Lago for leaving the path of the clergy. I get it. Lago's move probably felt like a step in the back. Well, stubborn as the Archbishop may be, he knows when it's important to set aside his personal feelings for the greater good. The fact that he allowed you to have those herbs is a prime example. In other words, though he may scowl at the mayor's mention of Dr. Lago, he at least still has respect for his abilities as a physician. So, from what I'm hearing, those two don't have a complicated relationship after all. They in fact have an obnoxiously complicated relationship. Isn't that a bit too blunt, Theo? Either way, in the end, we got what we came here for. So let's go on deliver these to Dr. Lago if you're doing anything else. Oh, back already? Did you get Filipino's grass like I asked? Yes, sir. Would you mind checking that everything is in order? Yes, this is just what I needed. You have my thanks. Now, well, I'm sure the Archbishop told you some stories about me, didn't he? No, nothing in particular. Apparently he did not even open the letter you sent, Doctor. I knew it. I never received a reply, so I figured he must have never bothered to read it. So the whole thing about him agreeing to the deal was a lie? Well, it wasn't easy getting the stuff, since we came with no appointment. I'm truly sorry about that. It's hard to talk about these sort of things. Due to our strained relationship, I turned to the special support section to go in my stead. That's the truth. One of the priests were filters in. Despite his stubbornness, I'm almost positive that Archbishop Imelda approves of the path you chose, Dr. Lago. Is that so? You know, I've always respected him. That much has never changed. Someday, when medical care has progressed and become more acceptable, I'll meet with him and apologize and thank him for all he's done. I think he would really appreciate that, sir. Anyway, you've been a great help to St. Ursula. If I need anything else, I'll give the SSS a call. Anytime, Doctor. Now I have a lecture coming up, so I'm afraid I have to excuse myself. If I need anything else, I call you. And that leaves the testament. Oh, you're here. You requested we come, didn't you? It sounds like you want us to train the testaments. That's a bit of a risky request, don't you think? What makes you so sure that you train a bunch of delinquents anyway? Not only that, but I was expecting to see Vasi's name on the request. Was this all your idea? I believe you misunderstand the request. Give me a moment, I will explain the details. It's not particularly complicated. I would like to request a lesson in the art of self-defense for our members. What? You want to be taught self-defense? The hell? You plan on using our teachings and your brawls? Again, please do not misunderstand the request. Let us suppose that the Mafia assaults us. When you say the Mafia, are you referring to Revage or Heyer? Is this all related to the increased tensions between them? We've noticed them getting into more fights lately. I've heard they've even engaged in some gunfights. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be frequent. Precisely. The downtown district also happens to be in the line of fire at times. There's a warehouse district nearby, filled with abandoned buildings and empty plots of land that they frequently use for skirmishes. I'm not pleased with the situation we've been placed in. Thus fueling your desire to learn self-defense. It only makes sense to be cautious, given that one of your members was so badly injured in the past. It all makes sense then. I'm glad you catch on quickly. Vasi is typically tasked with giving our members lessons in combat. However, his fighting style is too unique. It requires a flexible body and a strong affinity for it. Hence why we've come to you, Lord Bennings. The abilities you've displayed boast defensive prowess, while being simple enough to learn. May I humbly request you once again show our members your skills in a real test of combat? Naturally, I don't expect them to master it in a day. However, having first-hand experience would be good incentive to try picking it up. I'm glad the request does not have any nefarious intentions. Agreed. I take no issues in accepting their request. What are your thoughts, Lloyd? A lesson in self-defense. I wouldn't necessarily call what I do self-defense, rather various training techniques taught at the police academy. Is that still fine with you? Indeed. Since this is merely for training purposes, I also have no objection to what you bring your comrades along to battle. Now that we've heard your circumstances, we have no reason to refuse your request. Not only that, but this is a good opportunity for me to brush up my skills. I figured you'd say that. May have some trouble taking them all on at once, Lloyd. Don't forget you got us to take some of the heat of you. For sure, I'll be counting on you guys to pick me up. It's settled then. Everybody, assemble! The Testament will now engage in a series of practice fights with the SSS. Yes, sir! The objective is a 4-on-4 battle. The Testaments will fight the Special Support Section with all their might. Let's see you cops spill the beans on your self-defense techniques. Yeah, and then we're going to go all out and pummel you. If you don't take this serious, you're going to get beaten to a pulp. Get ready. You guys got spunked, that's for sure. We put our skills to the test to see how well we can control the tide of battle. We better not hold back, or it could hardly be called training. Let's give him everything we got. Right. Roger. Alright then. Let us begin the battle. Ryan Azel Keynes. Wesse, Vasi's associate. Cowardly but hides it with an attitude. Ryan, Vasi's associate, skilled with his hands and good at billiards. Keynes, Vasi's associate, son of a doctor at the hospital, defiant to his father's wishes. Azel, Vasi's associate. Now that his wounds have healed, he works part-time to aid his family. I'm not sure if they could use the team rush at all, but I don't want it with them. And I slightly had hoped that it might work, that I can choose to use it then instead of my S-Craft if I jump in. Oh, I think that was enough. Is everyone okay? You got us good. Damn, you guys are as tough as nails. How come we couldn't take you down with a relentless assault like that? It's all thanks to the techniques we learned to restrain a target. It requires extensive training and can even prove effective on small groups. A detective has to not only protect himself, but also those around him. We undergo extensive training to stay calm, no matter the level of stress. You'd all do well to train how to protect yourselves. You cops are more than just talk, I guess. That would be a lesson learned for us. We may have been defeated this time, but I feel like I can take them on next time. All it took was a bit of roughhousing to get them to cozy up to us. We could have maybe gone a little easy on them though. Oh well, it'll be a good learning experience for them. I do not suspect there will be any problems based on their demeanor. Bullshit! Oh, the Saber Vipers are here. Why did they come here? Haha, what are you guys up to? What kind of cops breaks out in the fight in the middle of a downtown district? Those blue blasters looked like they got their asses handed to them. What the hell did you just say? You're the last people I want to hear that from. You want a piece of us? We'll take you on. Right here, right now. Chill out, guys. There's something I want to get straight with first. Well, that's the meaning of all this. You called us out here for a fight, didn't you? You want to take us on in a 4-on-4 battle without our leaders participating? You've been acting all pretentious and now you're fooling around with cops? You arrived at just the right time. Let us begin the duel between the SSS and the Saber Vipers. Huh? Wait, what? What the hell do you mean by that? Use this opportunity to learn some much needed self-defense techniques. You'll need to train to protect yourself against the Mafia. What better way to learn is there than to fight? So what you're saying is the cops are out here to train us? Get a load of this guy, he sounds insane. How are they gonna train us? He must be tripping, there's nothing a bunch of useless cops can teach us. Training from cops? Nice joke. Let's show him what the Vipers can wipe a floor with some no-good cops. Let's kick their asses. I'm getting excited, I'm gonna beat them to a pulp. Hold on, this isn't what we had planned. Actually, forget it, they're not going to listen to us. You sure fighting them back to back is a good idea? You got a plan? There's not much we can do other than fight. Ellie, Theo, are you going to be fine? Yes, I manage. Seconded. We will go all out if we must. Let's give them everything we got. We can't lose here, our reputation's at stake. Take your places, Special Support Section and Saber Vipers. Let the battle commence. I mean, they got better. You need to go away from them. Okay, who do we have here? You are Koki, in Waltz Gang, just recovered from being attacked. Takes care of younger members. Huey, in Waltz Gang, hot-blooded and short-tempered, starts brawls for amusement.
番だな。ほらよ。
はい。そこです。
行くぞ。それ。
Jet, second in command of the Saber Vipers, staunchly follows Walt. Bring it on.
任せて。そこ。
任せてくれ。
行きます。分析を開始します。情報を入手しました。
Slash. In Walt's gang, very simple-minded, it can lose his temper easily.
よっしゃ。
任せて。はい。そこです。
任せてくれ。俺の番だな。
These guys are tough.
行きます。たあ。これで一安心です。
Oh, made by the skin of our teeth. God damn it. Damn cops. You're kidding me, how the hell did we lose to them? We're no better than those blue bastards. I don't believe it. Does it mean we're just as weak as those hooded freaks? Are you really concerned about that? They really are sworn rivals. Let me say one thing. The Testaments will never fight to the likes of us Saber Viper scum. You imbeciles lack the mental capacity to outwit us. You said it! They can't hope to compete with us. Well, what's that? You asking for ass kicking? Everyone calm down. You're all far too quick to anger. Everyone still appears to be full of energy. Let us engage in combat one final time. Huh? Another battle. The rules are simple. Whoever is able to bring the police officers to their knees first will be deemed victorious. Are these terms agreeable for everyone? Mr. Diggers, why do you keep dragging us further into this? Do you think it to be that simple? You'll take it more serious if it feels like your life is on the line, correct? Let's get him. You better not hold us back. Hell yeah. We will take him down. This isn't looking good. We're all caught up in a frenzy. I don't think we can stop them. Guess there ain't nothing to do but fight. Alright, let the battle commence.
敵接近。注意してください。さてと。
Good. They're still...
きます。海雲駆動。それ。私の番ね。
よっしゃ
Don't get too cocky.
チャンスです。皆さん、お願いします。分かったわ。
あいさ
タ
行くぞこれが俺たちの力だ
Made it out alive, huh? We are victorious. That was intense. I can't believe they took all of us on at the same time. Damn it, how did they beat us? Do you understand now? Relying on brute force alone isn't enough to carry you through a fight. You possess a strong offense, but your defense is far too lacking. To put it in simpler terms, you're all inexperienced. Ah. Where's this dude lecturing us all of a sudden? I don't get it. You guys are plenty strong. I wouldn't mind teaching you the basics. Would you like to learn some of our defense tactics? Ha, nah. I ain't getting taught by no stinking pigs. We're leaving, boys. Yeah! That big dude always sounded like he's full of it. I don't get it. Nah, like I'd ever listen to him. They're as dim-witted as ever. I don't think I'd ever pull off those techniques at the level they did, even I spent my entire life training for it. Yeah, I hear you. Well, it was a good landing experience. I was glad that you all looked like you managed to enjoy yourselves. I hope it wasn't a waste of time. Agreed. That was exhausting. We'll be taking our leave, if you'll excuse us then. If you'd like to take a rest, then why not come to our bar later? I hope that exercise served as adequate training for you too. Huh? The battle's over, let us withdraw. Yeah. Abbas planned this all from the start, didn't he? He even managed to get the Saber Vipers to play along. It certainly seems like he orchestrated it from the very beginning. He managed to play us like a fiddle, eh? Screw that guy. Indeed. I'm utterly exhausted. However, the delinquents may straighten their attitude as a result of his speech. You're right. We managed to accomplish our goal too. I think it's safe to say we wrapped up everything we need to. Let's head out. Ready when you are. Here, take this with you. Moonlight Butterfly. Sure, thanks. This must be our reward. His inability to communicate makes it difficult to discern. Let's just accept it for now then. Okay, but I think that is a good place to end it.
それではさすが皆さんです。はい、お疲れ様でした。わわ、ランクアップですね。おめでとうございます。わわ、大変でしたね。得点の品もすぐお疲れ様でした。
Yeah. Until next time with it, and I'm Mace, and don't get lost.